Madness global viewing public. I'm Scott Gunn, coming to you from the Executive Directory of Forward Movement's global headquarters in Cincinnati, Ohio. And I'm here with Tim Schenck, who is coming to you also live from the Rectory at the Church of Bethesda by the Sea in Palm Beach, Florida. Hello, Tim.
Hello, Scott. We have a full week of Saintly 16 matchups going on. Today it is Joseph of Arimathea versus Cassia.
Sure.
Cassia. And it's actually a very tight one. So if you haven't gotten your vote in, every single vote counts.
Right on. Well, that's exciting. And we'll just see what happens. Who's going to make it into the Elite Eight? Only time and the voters will tell.
That's right. Also, it's worth noting that in what is really a tradition of Lent Madness, it seems that Monday Madness was once again snubbed for an Oscar.
It's really astounding. And I can only conclude it's because the Academy is so wowed by our acting prowess, scripting expertise, and incredibly high production values that if they drew attention to us, the rest of Hollywood would have to go out of business.
No, I think that's right. And the videography alone is Oscar worthy. I mean, it really is. It's amazing. So we're snubbed again, and we've accepted this fate. It is one of our many crosses to bear.
Indeed. And what else is new and exciting this week, Tim?
Oh, well, we actually have a little bit of viewer mail.
Indeed. Well, that's very exciting. Will you pass along the first question?
Yes, I in fact will. This comes from Mrs. P from Dubuque, Iowa.
Wow.
And yes, and Mrs. P asks, why does the Supreme Executive Committee on Monday Madness sit in the same positions? I guess Scott's on the left and I'm on the right. So she wants to know why or how that's decided, I guess.
The answer is because you and I are Episcopalians, and once we found our spot, we always sit in our favorite pew.
That's right. Tradition reigns supreme with the Supreme Executive Committee. It has nothing to do with the fact that I sit at the right hand of Scott.
Well, there it is. Or if you're flipped around, you're on my left. Who knows? Whatever it is. But basically, it's we're in our favorite pews.
Yes, and we are unerring in our devotion to that.
Right on. And I have a question here from, hold on. Interestingly enough, Mr. T. Yes. This is fascinating, from Des Moines, Iowa. Who knew?
From the heartland.
Yeah, I guess Lent Madness is very popular there. And the question is, are these elections truly free and fair, or do you two rig the outcomes?
Well,
these days, given all that's going on in politics, it's a reasonable question.
Yes, yes, and the first thing that I would say is I pity the fool. Just to get that out of the way.
I bet Mr. T has heard that one before.
You think so? The answer is absolutely not. Sometimes a lot of people fill out brackets in advance, and I, for one, never ever fill out a bracket because I am always wrong in who I think is going to win, and so that's part of the fun. We don't know. We have nothing invested in the outcome, and I guess we're just kind of impartial. Would you say?
I would say so. And I've told people who have asked me this before, if we were rigging the results, believe you me, some of the outcomes would have been different. So we are as surprised as anyone by the results when they happen. And I will just say this for those who complain about the results: how is it possible that so and so beat so and so or didn't beat so? That sort of thing.
Yeah.
They don't call it madness for nothing.
It is not called Lent sanity.
Exactly so.
Well, good. Well, if anyone else has a question, they can leave a question in the comment. We're always happy to answer viewer mail. And also, if you want to continue to vote this week, where would you go?
Oh, Tim, that's a really excellent question. There's a couple choices. You could go to your nearby post office and fill out a form in triplicate, and it requires a notarized signature. It's very complicated. I don't recommend that. You could FedEx priority your vote to Tim or me, written in pencil on a $100 bill.
Yep. Yep.
Or perhaps the easiest way to vote is simply to visit the Lent Madness website, which is at www.lentmadness.org.
Nicely done. Excellent. That's absolutely correct. So while vote by mail is allowed, it is not necessarily encouraged.
Exactly. Well, Tim, I believe it has once again fallen to me to say Happy Lent.
Happy Lent.